normally, as you know, is making a guy starting from cultivation. When you cultivate, prepare your farmland, you till the ground, then you now do your planting, the cassava step. You plant, then after some time, like 3 months, you keep on and you weed grasses on it. Because if you don't weed, grass overtake the cassava. I find it difficult to process a good harvest. So you farm, you weed it almost I think 3 times. 3 times before you get cassava to mature stage. Some cassava, I think some species stays for a year and 6 months before you uproot, they get to maturity. Some also stay up to 2 years, 2 years to get it mature. So the process now, by the time it matures, you go for uprooting of the cassava. You uproot, you come back, you peel the skin off, then depending on the what you need, like they make out this fufu
yeah.
jumbo from it, but the main thing Garri, that is the king of this you make out from the cassava. From the peeling, then you wash them up, you grind it, tie it up to remove the liquid. Then I think that process stays up to 2 years. A little bit, because there is one special like this Ikwere Garri now. You uproot, then after this process you tie it, leave it like 2 days. It ferments a little. That is when you get the best of Ikwere Garri. After 2 days, then you now shift it, then go on the frying process, and you fry like Garri, you fry very dry.
Okay.
So that it can be preserved even for some months, because most of the Garri you buy from the market, like the one I don't know, they say Benue Garri or some Enugu, they just fry to halfway. It doesn't get too dry. That is that kind of Garri. When you buy, maybe it's in a container or bag. Before a week or so, you see the Garri has kicked. She likes sipping Garri. So by the time she gets this one they sell, before this market I buy this Garri, they mix different kind of Garri together. The one gotten from Benue, Enugu, they mix it together, and most are not processed so well. You see some of the Garri, now look at this one, how clean it is. Some of them you see dirt on it. The peel of the cassava, some are not peeled properly, dirt and everything. You see some particles on the Garri. But people have no choice these days. Like my mom, she likes her a kind of handmade, her homemade, clean them properly, follow the due process and everything. And finally arriving back to the already made Garri.
Okay. So, sir, what you're doing right now is you're trying to sieve the already grounded cassava.
Cassava, yes.
Okay.
Sieve it, because we've already tied it, removed the water. It took 2 days. So it's dry now, as you can see. So we shave it, remove some chaff finally from it, like the chaff. You remove the shaft so that you get the normal thing you want. You can use this to feed your domestic animal like the goats, fowl, and every other thing. So this is the shaving, then final to the frying and getting it set for consumption.
Wow. So this process now, you call it the sieving process, right?
Yes, this.
Okay, so this is almost the semi-final stage.
Yes, semi-final stage. After this stage, it goes to the pot.
Wow.
For frying. And after the frying, you have your Garri set.
Okay.
For eating, sipping, depending on how you want to use.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to see how you sieve the Garri.
Okay. This thing, you have the shifter, they call it. You have some tiny holes so that you don't pass a kind of lump or the shafts into the main Garri. So you sieve here gradually. You now separate the shafts that are in the cassava, and you get the normal one you want. You dissolve them softly with your hand. So toss your hands around. They dissolve, and they're hovering inside the basin, as you can see. Most of the job we did from our childhood days, coming back from school, then there's primary school. By the time you get home in the noon, your parents are already in the farm. So you're expected to join them in the farm. They even take your lunch to the farm to farm. So we go to the farm to join them. That is the place we eat. So, and also join in learning on farming process. So cassava, yam, cocoyam, and all the rest. Then this. So from there, all these things have been built into us. But it's just that today, as you can see, the community we are today, Choba, we no longer have much bushes for farmland because development structures have taken over. So, but with the idea and knowledge, it's something we've done right from childhood and everything. I'm still lucky. My mom still find a way to do farm on just small scale, not commercial. Because this Garri, as you can see, is the one we consume at home. Along this hard economy and everything, they say Garri is expensive. Basin is up to 5,000, 8,000. We don't experience it because we still find a way to do little scale farming on some leftover plots of land and everything. So we process ourselves. I can see. I enjoy doing this. Almost wanting to go out today, but since we just entering the new year, business has not kicked up that much, so I decided to help out. And as you can see, I'm enjoying it. It's almost the process of shivering is almost finished. Shivering of the Garri.